two teams that have had sort of a mixed bag start to their season.
Well, it's been a mixed bag start, but Coastal's played the much tougher competition, playing schools like NC State, Texas, and Ole Miss so far. Your team, like Wake Forest, you put up a great fight. But you play a more moderate, middle-of-the-road team like Western Carolina. You got blown out during the middle of the week. So let's just see what App State team shows up tonight.
Yeah, consistency is a big season, is on the mound tonight. That being 19 innings pitched.
Get momentum build early because that is what App State needs. They need to get out ahead, improve in front of Coastal. Like, hey, we know you're
start this season. Hit briefly. The
sophomore out of Greenville. Clarify there. Yeah, Jones. 0-1 there. Yeah, Jones. 0-1 record 2.33 ERA. Record 2.33 ERA. He's been fine, but Coastal's missing their ace. Their ace has been out since the first game of the season. So if App State can take advantage of having these weaker overall pitching from Coastal, it'll be huge tonight, especially the 4,000
in the high for Coastal. Blagan paid up. Ethan, this is never.
No, 9-8. Coastal beat them 10-4.
This is never.
No, 9-8. Coastal beat them 10-4. So 4. So App State just needs to hit the ball very well, and they have a great chance tonight.
All right. With an on-base percentage. All right. With an on-base percentage of 4.6 handles. Strike one. Looked like he just never really saw what was coming there.
Yeah, and he just took a big swing and just kind of hoped there.
Yeah, some hopes and prayers, but hopes and prayers won't hit the baseball. Here comes second pitch. Look like breaking pitch. Just a little bit inside there for ball one. Set the 1-1. Gets
all there.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an off start for this Mountaineers lineup in terms of their fielding. A lot of errors in these 82 for the Riley Luft. Great play to get that Mountaineers lineup in terms of their fielding. A lot of errors in these 82 for the Riley Luft. Great play to get that one on the move.
Yeah, Luft just tracked that down and got
one on the move.
Yeah, Luft just tracked that down and got it down. 2 outs already. App State kind of got. This is what they.
Only 4 pitches to those first two batters. Apologies. And that brings up the second baseman Blake Barthel. Looks like a on and miss.
Needs.
Off the bag, so they will not get the to get out of the inning there. Off the bag, so they will not get the to get out of the inning there, Austin.
He gets the strikeout, but the runner still advances on the drop ball rule. He nearly went to second there. The first base coach was trying to signal him to go. He held him off, but the shot and clear's got one on base.
Yeah, DuPont and Seward did a really good.
The shot and clear's got one on base.
Yeah, DuPont and Seward did a really good job of making sure to lower that batting average.
So
to take account for those customary in app games for a good amount of pickoffs. From both teams. And there we see our first one tonight, although unsuccessful. Fans encouraging Dorito now. Here comes the 0-1. That one high and outside looked like a pitch out.
Close call on first there.
Yeah, runner got back slide and just barely made it back. Brooks Wright almost sending a warning shot over there to first base, if you will.
Yeah.
To making it 2. Barthel, that base hole.
Out for the Mountaineers.
Scoring position. Scoring position. Dorito now, 2-2. Swung on and missed, and now get them out. The first. And welcome back, everyone, to And welcome back, everyone, to the bottom. And welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the first. If you're just getting to take their, but he's done well so far.
He's been up and down. He's been up and down. 2.33 ERA is not bad, but an 0-1 3.3 ERA is not bad, but an 0-1 record so far. He's usually the Friday record so far. He's usually the Friday starter. Again, Coastal's ace got hurt early on in this. Coastal's ace got hurt early on in this season.
Of choice, especially see him leading of choice, especially see him leading off once more.
Yes, going over Unifop gold
choice, especially see him leading off once more.
Yes, going over Unifop gold tops.
Leading off once more.
Yes, going over Unifop gold tops.
First strike either on a changeup
tops.
First strike either on a changeup up from the looks of it. Maybe he caught Nico.
He's got some quality.
Back into the dugout. Is still alive in the end.
16 RBIs for the Mountaineers.
And that breaking pitch in this couldn't quite find the target. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. That's what you want to do. You want to throw it low, see what you can get up with it. So.
And that breaking pitch didn't even make it to the plate. That one just bounded up to the plate there.
Yeah, it looks like it bounced and hit him.
Nico Soul doing a great. It'll go through the hit of the night.
First hit of the night.
But they will have one with the designated hitter, Steven.
7 RBIs. Sorry, 15 RBIs.
Yeah, Steven Smith's had a hot start to this year as well. And a breaking pitch looked a bit outside.
Wasp. Error on the last play.
Want to see as an infielder. Strike two.
Yeah, so
with your speedster on first base. And that one hit strongly down the short. Looks like Smith will ground to a double play, and indeed he will, unfortunately for the Mountaineers, who is starting at shortstop today.
Schwerup, the infield redshirt junior, 349, no home runs, but 8 RBIs. But this is a guy who likes to get on base. As the old adage from Moneyball says, he gets on base.
Yeah, he struggled a lot with injury last season. Most of the games we did see him were at third base. No time for that now as Joe Owens quickly gets another breaking pitch in there for strike one.
Yeah, solid outing.
Strike two. Jones, well, that's what he's trying to get Coastal to do in theory. Schwerup legging it down to the first baseline, will not get there in time. So as another man reaches on an error, no hits, no runs, and we will head to the top of the second inning with a scoreless game.
Into Jim and Betty Field on the campus of Appalachian State University. I'm Austin Cochran, joined by Michael Santiago for today's broadcast between the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina. No hits for either team so far, no runs to go along with that, but an error apiece so far.
Yeah, I'd say things are just about even for both teams. And we were talking about it before the broadcast, Austin. Very cold day, but we did say cold is just a mindset, and that's how these players have to be treated.
Cold is just a mindset. It is really not that bad, guys. Definitely was not 80 degrees a couple days ago, and it definitely did not snow yesterday. So,
yeah, created an interesting turn of events. We had thought this game might get canceled, but luckily it has not.
Colby Thorndike, the first baseman / outfielder, up to bat for the Chanticleers. Dorito fires one in the dirt, ball one.
Yeah, looked like a breaking pitch there, tried to hit the outside corner. We saw Jones do that a lot in the first inning.
Thorndike, the redshirt junior from Lumberton, transfer in. as he takes ball 2 high.
Yeah, high for hitter to go for it.
Dorito fires for 3. That one called for strike 1.
Yeah, really needed that one. Just try and start getting back into that bat after being in a 2-0 count. Really needed that one.
That one fouled out for a long strike 2, 2-2 count.
Yeah, a 255 average. Certainly not bad by any means, but certainly could be worse in terms of batters you're facing.
No, not at all. Fires, tries to get the call there, but he's outside, full count.
Yeah, payoff pitch coming up now. Really going to see if Dorito's going to try and make him fish for one. Yeah, it looked like he might have needed a radar and even
for the Chanticleers.
Yeah, sophomore outfielder hitting 283 and with an on-base percentage of 365. 15 RBIs already for him. He's been one of their better players.
Most definitely. Strike 1 called there as he swings it.
Yeah, just went right at him with another fastball, and another batter laid on it, get strike 1. Dorito's done a really good job of starting ahead in the count outside of that last at-bat.
The sun starts to set here as Dorito fires for pitch 2. Strike 2 called. Dropped by the catcher.
Yeah.
But wasn't strike 3, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Brooks Wright needs to do a better job of holding on to the ball so far. I understand it's a bit cold, but like we said, Ed Austin, cold is just a mindset.
Cold is just a mindset. It's not too cold for Boone anyway. Strike 3. Another one sent down swinging for Dorito.
Yeah, he just looked lost there. Didn't quite know where that pitch was going to be. Already his 4th strikeout of the night.
So the wind picks up.
Yeah, wind is howling here, folks, as Blagan Pato comes up.
Blagan Pato, the junior outfielder here.
Playing in left field tonight, the right-handed batter.
Batting 143.
We'll see if Dorito can further lower that average. That pitch just looked a bit off there.
Yeah, a little bit outside for ball 1.
Yeah, definitely didn't miss by much with that breaking pitch. Just barely missed that top corner.
Dorito fires. Down and away, ball 2.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to get him to chase the slider there, but Pato's showed a good eye so far to start this at-bat.
Pato's got great plate vision. Well, he only bats 143. He's slugging 371 in a 367 on base percentage as he fires away for strike 1.
Yeah, speaking of plate vision, he's got 7 walks this season already. In only 16 games, that's not a bad tally to have.
Say it with me here. He gets on base.
Yeah, Billy Bean would have loved this guy.
Dorito fires for strike 2, even count.
Yeah, Dorito's done a really good job. Even when he does get behind the count, he does a really good job of getting right back into it, like he never fell behind in the first place.
No, not at all. As we had another paper fly away.
We'll have to hope the next pitch doesn't get sent flying away.
That one sent flying at the track. In play. And he'll hose him down at second. Double in here for Pato.
Yeah, that one hit strongly out the left field. It just really caught all of it, and that one did look like it could have gone out.
Yeah, I was thinking this one's probably out, and then it just drops to the wall. Good recovery there by the Mountaineers. Riley Lufton left field.
Yeah, Riley Luft's speed. Try saying that one 3 times as fast, folks. But he uses his speed to great effect to really track that one down.
Dominico Tazzi up to bat. The catcher, number 13, sophomore for the Chanticleers.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he can offer the sophomore.
Ball fell back for strike one.
Yeah. I know we talk a lot about sophomore slumps in sports. I feel like Domenico Tazzi is really having one with only a 1.47 average on his season.
Yeah, it's very early still, but I mean, this is the second best team in the country last year by if we go off the tournament. So you got to get things rolling. Let's say he went. No. Ball one.
Yeah.
That was a little bit low.
He was definitely thinking about it, checked his swing there, but just does a good job not going all the way, even though the fans might not see it that way.
Strike two called as he takes a big hunk and misses that one.
Yeah, it looks like he was swinging a boat oar there to try and catch that curveball. Just unable to do it.
Dorito looks for his third strikeout of the inning. Ball sent up high, tracked down on the first base line. And that'll be out 3.
Yeah, a little pop out there to end the inning.
So 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and 1 man stranded as we enter the bottom of the second, 0-0. Stay tuned. Don't go any. Cochran, joined by Michael Santos, Mountaineers here on WASU's YouTube channel. Mountaineers, once again, in black pants, gold jerseys, and black tops, as in their hats. The Chanticleers in white pants, teal jerseys, and black tops, helmets and hats. Riley Luft, the outfielder, number 8, sophomore, batting .261, 2 home runs and 13 RBIs up for the Mountaineers.
Bad start to his year either, with 2 home runs there. Looked like a breaking
day here in Boone, as it's quite chilly, as we mentioned, teams, but multiple base runners due to errors from both teams in the first inning.
That last fastball taken high upstairs, 2-0 count, and Jones really got to think about maybe challenging Luft here.
Luft not hitting the best as he. That one high for ball 3, 3-1 count. The Mountaineers ahead early in this count.
Yeah, he's trying to tempt Luft into thinking he's going to get that fastball down the middle, but Luft doing a good job not take the bait. The fish is not.
Clears to make a play on it, getting out. Full count here.
Yeah, luckily that ball avoided the fire pit over there in the stands.
I wish that was over here.
Yeah, that fire pit certainly would keep us warm over here, but it's keeping the fans warm, and that's what matters most, Austin.
Yes. But remember, cold is a mentality.
Indeed, as we said, cold is a mentality, folks.
Jones delivers. Strike 3 called. From Luft being ahead 3-1 to Jones getting the strikeout there, that's some good play by the Chanticleers.
Yeah, both pitchers do a really good job of not letting the count get to them. So Jones showing that fortitude as well that Dorito is showing, going back and forth like that old cameo song.
Drew Dupont up to bat for the Mountaineers. The junior batting .400. This is huge for App if they want to get some run.
Yeah, great throw over the first. DuPont almost legged it out. Two outs quickly in the inning. Both pitchers go the distance, Austin.
I'd love to see it. Let's not jinx anything. Up to bat is number 5, Ethan Puig at third base. The sophomore batting .262.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Puig at second base this season as well.
But Coastal Carolina would actually beat the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. Controversial call for strike 2, but I think it was pretty fair call there.
Yeah, I think that was fair as well. A little bit of a breaking ball, breaking into a bit of a looper as that one just drops into the woods. Sure, the animals, maybe they're playing a bit of baseball themselves out in the woods.
Yes, I've always wondered. That one blooped down. No errors. As we going for a quick short. Welcome everybody back into Jim and Betty Field at Appalachian State University as there's some runs for some bullpen players trying to keep warm as it is quite chilly out here. Ty Barango for the Chanticleers, the senior batting .231 as he bats in the bottom of the order for Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, ball adage.
Barango, the player from San Mateo, California, found his way to Conway, South Carolina. Not Myrtle Beach, Conway, as strike 1 is.
Like it was heading across the country.
Yeah. Batting .500. As long strike 2 there.
Yeah, I thought that one might clip the light pole up there. Thankfully, it didn't. Going to need the lights tonight as with the first pitch time having been 6 p.m. We're going to see a little night under the lights, if you will.
Call some App State baseball inside there for ball 1.
Yeah, I like that pitch, though. Trying to see if he would either swing at it and get tied up or just back him off the plate.
That pitch also. That one low for ball 2. 2-2 count.
Yeah, I like the idea, though. Inside a pitch, got to attempt bring it to a 2-2 count.
Two count. Fouled off.
I don't know if he'll go the distance, but with 3 games in this series, you have to feel like they're probably going to let him pitch longer than they normally would.
And that is over halfway the average Greg Maddux perfect game or no-hitter. If you know, you know. Greg Maddux, the Braves, great.
As to how that one got called a ball, but he's just going to have to carry on with a full count now.
Full count. Here's the offering. We'll wait a little bit longer for the offering. Strike 3.
Yeah, Dorito already with his 5th strikeout of the night. If he does one thing well, is racking up those backwards Ks, and that brings back the top of the order for him with 1 man out.
Mios is 0 for 1 so far tonight.
Yeah, that was that. I believe that fly out to Nico Sol, if I'm not mistaken, if it wasn't Drew DuPont.
Correct. I think it was DuPont, but correct. Strike 1 called there.
Indeed, it was DuPont he flew out to, as that pitch just kind of floated in there for strike 1. Didn't really force its way in, just kind of gently floated in.
That one low and away for ball 2. Ball 1, correction.
Yeah, that one, again, Dorito's not really a velocity pitcher. He really throws his pitches with grace.
Kind of in that Greg Maddux style again. To quickly explain that as strike 2 called there. Greg Maddux guy. I'm a huge fan of the Big Three, huge Braves fan.
You seem quite obsessed with those days, Austin.
Yes, I missed the 9 speed. He kind of finessed you to get those strikeouts.
We'll see if DeVito can do the same.
Dorito takes that one for ball 2. Just put it in the dirt there.
Yeah, Yeah, falling a little behind the count now, but I do like the thought, just trying to get these batters to fish, but judging by their on-base percentage and the amount of walks that they've taken, Mijos with 7 on his season specifically, they're not fishing for much.
Can Dorito get the strikeout? No, he cannot on that play, at least, as that one is fouled wide.
Yeah, some fans out in the corner just dodging that one. Very, very slowly dodging it. Little leisurely walk out of the way of that one.
But again, he's the Greg Maddux type of pitcher. Won't wow you away with speed. He'll finesse and get these strikeouts, and he's done great so far.
Bit of a dying breed nowadays.
Yes. That one low for ball 3, full count.
Yeah. And to kind of go back on that, Dorito is a very tricky pitcher. He doesn't really attack these hitters directly, except when he's, trying to get ahead in the count. Might have no choice now with the full one.
Dorito puts him on. Mijos will go to first.
I don't completely hate the walk there. You get at the leadoff man and walked, and now you're bringing up the second man in the lineup in Trace Mazon. I think we see a bunch of low pitches, try and get him just roll over one to try and force that double play with one man out.
Yes, setting up the double play ball was actually pretty important there for App because you get out of this inning really quick.
Dorito trying to find an even faster way. If that's only the second, I think you might be miscounting a little bit.
Miscounting, but
games.
Still.
Something we see a lot with app games. And there's your thing. Just try and pick off runners when they're not being careful, but Coastal Carolina being very careful tonight.
Chanticleers might be a little cold as it was kind of warm down there in Conway over break. And that's the third time in a row he's tried to get him.
Yeah, you mentioned a fourth pick out attempt earlier. There's your fourth one right
Was
there.
it wrong just early? Was it wrong just early?
Intuition was definitely on point from the looks of it. Maybe we'll see a pitch here now. Getting ahead of the count in front of a very, very hot junior hitter.
That one sent to center. Gonna be tracked down there. Caught. Runner goes for second. He'll get in sliding.
Yeah, Zamora does a good job to not risk the throw, realizing he's going to get there, just holds on to that one. And man now in scoring position for Coastal. If Barthel does something with this pitch, this could blow the game wide open.
Yes, this is one of those big momentum swinging moments here. Because, Barthel could make this the third.
It's been a pitch. I like the...
Again, strike one called. That's what the 10th Greg Maddux mentioned on this broadcast.
We might have to set a limit for you,
We
Austin,
might.
as Dorito did. Now, if you're going to foul it away, you really want to...
The organ music playing here. That is something I always want to do, baseball organ. That'd be a really cool job.
We'll have to see if that occurs for you.
Two called there.
Yeah, Barthel looked a little scared that he might get called for a second strikeout of the night as he went down with a swinging strikeout in the first inning.
Dorito fires and plunks him.
Oh, that is a missed opportunity for sure. Looked like he just missed the target. You really don't want to see that.
He stripped him.
Yeah, Dorito, we mentioned with 5 strikeouts already. That's no way to get your first one with that high fastball, though.
Yeah, ball one called there. Dorito 2.97 ERA, 1.29 walks and hits innings and pitched, and he hits them again. Bases juiced.
Yeah, umpire's going to talk to him, and again, you really have to be at least somewhat worried. Bases loaded, 2 men out, back-to-back runners plunked when you could have easily gotten out of this inning. That's something we saw in the Western Carolina game as well, and it seems like the team is going over to talk to him. So I want to take a quick moment to, ask you, Austin. I know I was there for the Western Carolina game. I'm not sure if you were as well.
I was not.
but
You put up 3 runs against Western Carolina. There's no excuse.
yeah, but
Offense, you got to get the offense going.
yeah, I mean, you look back at that game because already, you're getting a lot of strikeouts, but Dorito having already walked one hit out of as Colby Thorndike comes up to bat.
Yeah. Takes a swing.
But with the infield
Going through the gap, you've at least got 1 in.
yeah, and perhaps regretting it too. That looked like a beautiful pitch to swing
That was
at.
beautiful.
Let's see if Dorito can retire the side here now.
Fouled off. Almost coming towards us. Thank you for the net.
Yeah, that's why the net's there for both our safety and fans' safety. We saw a few kind of jumping in surprise. They thought that one was going to. Yeah, thankfully it did not, though.
Ball through. That'll be rain, and Dorito gets the out. Base is retired. 0-0 heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Don't go anywhere. Bottom of the 3rd. Still scoreless here between the Mountaineers and the Chanticleers on 90.5 WACU YouTube. Number 33, Jalen Seward.
Hitting .308 on his season. We mentioned him being off to a bit of a hot start. He's filled in.
Start there, but it's got by the second baseman as that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, you mentioned a hot start to that hit. I thought it was going for him and putting it somewhere.
3-3.
Mora, he was. Yeah, that one's just going to quick react. Wonder if he's going to go opposite field. Now wide open.
About the same location, but hits the.
For the Charlotte game. Yeah, no secret that North Carolina.
It's here. As that's
unfortunate to just end up a bit under, with him too full of himself and try and steal. Yeah, Nick there.
Ball 1 called there. Adam will be on the game Sunday with my roommate who went to the same high school as me. So we've got a whole Charlotte area high school.
Though there will be another one Saturday.
And Tristan Beazle on the call.
1-1 count now. That one having been fouled away. Nico Soul doing a good job to stay alive in this at-bat. And Luke Jones heading into this at yeah, just have to give him.
I'm not a huge turf field fan.
Really quite mad.
Line.
Yeah. Nico Soul speed.
Huge turf field fan.
Really quite mad.
Line.
Yeah. Nico Soul speed. He probably could. Nico Soul speed. He probably could.
Whose handwriting that is? He was the coach back.
Yeah. Speaking of Near's baseball team, that same fighting mentality has been instilled by Kermit Smith.
And honestly, you could see this along the lines of that Michigan upset. Obviously, not quite the same, but a top 25 team comes to your house, and obviously that game was in Ann Arbor, not Boone. As Soul fires that, Boone. As Soul fires that, look, it'll be collected by the left fielder. 1 hit, 1 stranded. Let's use YouTube.
in Betty Smith Stadium, everybody. If you're just in Betty Smith Stadium, everybody. If you're just about as even as you can get in this one.
One error for both teams.
Just about as even as you can get in this one.
One error for both teams.
Yeah, the only thing that's not even is the pitch count, as Luke Jones about 20 pitches behind Nick Dorito. Not seeing a ton of movement over to the App State bullpen right now, though. And we'll have to see how long Dorito's allowed to carry into this one. Obviously, you need to keep some of the bullpen arm. Other than just us, the players are going to be hit to the outfield. Just us, the players are going to be hit to the outfield. The outfielder is Coastal Carolina, Rex Watts for him on this one. One hit, high ball. He's got his hat. Is that breaking? Dorito set now after. He's got his hat. Is that breaking? Dorito set now after. Dorito kicks
Ness.
under it. Pressing through the arc. You don't see that arc. You don't see that ever. In the strike zone. Dorito now just unable to catch up with it, though, and that's
Tonight here. Coaching.
really no need. Get some extras. Really good job to stay alive in this. The third base on. No hits, no error. UASU YouTube. Looked like he's done. So for the Chanticleer is only. For the Chanticleer is only 30 getting warm. Ball here getting warm. Ball here in the Giants.
Yeah, it's got a break.
7 Stevenson. But Giants.
Yeah, it's got a break.
7 Stevenson. But hit down, call him. But hit down, call him.
There, so.
Will take this one.
There, so.
Will take this one. Umpire. I think Smith got there first.
To him first.
I feel like umpire. I think Smith got there first.
To him first.
I feel like neither team feel like they're as you mentioned 7 on.
Clear and obvious like foot thing though.
As you mentioned 7 on.
Clear and obvious like foot thing though.
They're discussing Jack.
Since
From Mountaineers adjust
that's fouling wise have been the only thing hot tonight.
1 and
Talk about how great of
that 2-1.
Jones probably go the
As Jones relying more on
Jones probably go the
as Jones relying more on breaking balls than fast sweeping. Another breaking pit to sweeping. Another breaking pit to and that will get them up the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more baseball. That left shoulder, luckily joining us with all game open, Austin.
But 3 hits combined between the number 16 team. So
Down to a strike inning, if I'm not mistaken. Senior will be the first.
yeah, outside there.
Dorito's ready. The 0-1. That one fouled high into the right. No chance for the outfielders to get it, but a chance for the fans to get it. Yeah. Misreading of the flight, but that is not happening with the defenses today, as only 1 error apiece having come in the early 2 innings. Dorito set the 0-2. Look for the strikeout pitch there. Couldn't quite there, and he'll have to try again. Dorito set the offering. That one hit high to right field. DuPont calling off Soul, and he will pull it in to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, just get it there, and DuPont makes the play. And
the communication between these defensive players, Kermit Smith's done a really good job of instilling that.
Yeah, Kermit's a great coach.
And that's fine. Hit high into the right side. They will pursue it in foul territory, but it will just barely escape over the fence for the
out there with the fire pit.
And then Dorito set the 0-1. They're just unable to find. Dorito set. GPS was needed and couldn't even quite turn that on for strike 2.
Yeah, Barengo wanted all of that, and he just like 100% or nothing.
Yeah, be a 1-2. Keep their riding horses up. One hit high. A little worried that Seward might just come over and try and
it is
well, but no Deco Soul in his previous 2 at that a high
fairly quick.
as Dorito. That breaking pitch. Yeah, I've got to agree with you, Austin. No better place to be, especially for some baseball. With a 1-1 count now, Dorito. 2 men out. Maison could be the last hope for.
Yeah, Dorito's almost thrown through 5. So again, I will say The App State bullpen out of our view, but action in the Chanticleer bullpen as that was ball.
That's the one thing really is Dorito will stay alive. 2 innings pitched now. I'll get them 6 times.